Hey, you look like a guy that drinks a lot of Four Locos.
I've had like 2 Four Locos in my life.
Okay.
So no, I hopefully not.
I'm Joe.
I'm Parker.
You don't understand American, movology, dude. Like sometimes swear I was trying to do this thing where I was like, ma, and he was supposed to be all like, see, and he didn't do it. He doesn't know what it's from. I was like, hey man, you ever seen Dumb and Dumber? And he goes, he said negative. So
Negative.
So I was like, "Okay, sir, what are you wrong with you?" And then I asked him, I made another reference. I was like, "Dude, how can you be so obtuse?" I said to the man. And he just didn't understand where that came from either
Yeah.
about the prisoners.
Yeah, that's what it's.
But he'll name all the keeping up with the.
I've
He knows
no.
all those people
There's like 5 of them.
telling me about how they have children and their children's are named directions and shit. Like I don't
What?
understand.
I know they have that one.
Yeah.
How many children do they have?
I don't know. I know they have that one
I know
though.
they have that one.
They have
The one.
yeah, red. You
Red.
I'm doing so many shaka bras right now, but you can't see.
I landed in Ollie.
You
Finally.
did.
Yeah, it was pretty it was intense, bro. It was fun though, because it's like finally, after these days and days and days of work, it finally worked out just this once. And then now I suck at landing them again. I just gotta get comfortable. I enjoy skateboarding and using my mama's garage.
Yep, the garage tight space, but it works.
Practice our turning.
As usual. Going higher on ramps. Just conquering fears and things.
Bro, same.
Yep.
Same.
Yep. We've been on a four-wheeled, low to the ground, hell of a journey.
Doing some wheeled activities.
So his children, it's Northwest, Saint West, and then Chicago West.
When did they get so
That's
many?
kind of a cool name, Shy West. Hey,
Oh, that's
Shy,
fine.
Shy West.
When did they get so many? Think that caused the divorce? Just stress.
From the children
Yeah.
or COVID.
Kidvid.
Can't do
Okay.
anything.
Yeah, no, you can't. I don't think Kendall has one, right? I'm not sure. Right? Kylie had a baby. Stormy. Stormy.
Oh, I know Travis Scott. I like his music.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think happened to all those like one-hit wonder Vine stars? Like the Pepsi bottle, Coca-Cola glass. I don't give a damn. What
I have
happened to
no
him?
idea. What happened to that one guy that was like he would hide on the beach and cover himself with sand and stick out $1, and then people would try and take it. And he's
Oh,
like,
I
"Ooh."
remember, I remember
But
that.
like, let me tell you, rule the kid's on a ladder, and he's like, "Rule number one, son." The kid's like scared to come down. He's like, "Just jump, I'll catch you." And then the kid's like, "Okay, Dad, I trust
Oh
you." And he
yeah.
jumps and he turns. Rule number one: never trust anybody.
Yep, I remember that one.
That dude.
Then there was like the mega Vine celebrities, like which I guess are now just like the basic Instagrammers. They
Yeah,
kind of
or
died out,
YouTube or
or
TikTok. Or what do they all do now? No, it's YouTube.
kind
The
of, but
ones that survive. They all have
Instagram and YouTube.
podcasts now and shit.
Yeah, like what happened to King Batch? And I always thought it was King
Oh,
Bach.
he's around.
It's King Batch, bro. It is
I mean,
King
whatever. Why
Batch.
not?
I mean, I get it. I guess Bachelor. That's probably why. But I always thought it was King Bach.
Boom, detectives.
Ha. And what was it? Anwar and Wari.
Hold
You
on.
know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, let me look him up.
And then Curtis Leopold,
Anwar Jabawi.
Jabawi.
Yeah. Oh, he's a dancer. Does he do the ticks?
Does he do the ticks?
I don't know.
You know where like I know you probably never like watched like Logan Paul or like any of them back when they first transitioned over. You know all those Vine apartments like where all the Viners lived.
No.
There's just like this one set apartment, like one apartment complex on fucking Vine Street in LA that all of the Vine stars just moved into. Speaking of talk tickers, you see that which one? Which house is it? Hyper Sway House is getting the Netflix show or Hulu show. One of the two.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I
The one
cannot
with Lil
wait.
Huddy
Oh,
in it. I don't.
I want to see the reels of that
I think it's
stuff.
the Hype House.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
But
I'm so excited. I love toxic drama.
well, it all ties together because isn't what's her face Addison Rae like always on the Kardashians now? Did Little Huddy write that song about Charlie D'Amelio?
See, I don't know the new because I don't read the captions. I just watch the video. So usually I just see him like goofing around. You know what I mean? I
Uh,
just disregard the captions and I look at the videos, and all the ones that are recommended to me are like the funny ones.
all like TikToks?
Yeah, from them. So to me, it looks like
Oh.
they're a funny group of people. Now, they look kind of weird because they're kind of weird, but it would be cool. What if we got in there, man, and we were just like the two normal ones, well, relatively normal, where we were just like, haha, smoke weed, and they were all like, yeah, I need to go to a photo shoot for my
My tactic.
Brenda spray tan, 4 o'clock. You know, and we're just like,
And they,
huh.
they we're walking behind them. They just keep on every 5 feet they set up their phones to
Yeah.
like do a TikTok. Bro, and you know what's funny is that I always watched Instagram Reels. I never ever downloaded TikTok. And everyone was like, "You're not giving me shit," but they're like, "Why don't you just download it? It's so much better. It's so much better." I downloaded it, have opened the app twice, and I just now have completely avoided all TikToks. And it's funny to follow like since we live in a college town, if you live in a college town, to follow the local college town barstool, because then you see all the stupid shit. You've seen the people throwing like the glass bottles down in their kitchen and that flies up and breaks the oven? Bro, that's all I usually see on the local barstool.
Really?
And then it's like all of their security deposits just gone. Or the people leaning on the fridge doors when they're open. Went fucking that first night that we got drunk with Sheldon was the night that kicked it all off when we went throwing the kit when throwing
Yeah,
the
see, but we're like, we ran like 3 miles throwing a football and just never, we just sprinted. Like we were looking like T100s or whatever that Terminator is, but like if he was throwing a football.
yeah.
And then I think we brought skateboards too.
Mhm.
So we're pushing and riding skateboards while throwing footballs at each other, just goob skied. I don't remember seeing the entire time because it was dark and there's like one street light every
Well,
6 miles.
and then we go back and I'm like, okay, we're chilling, we're walking back, and then I'm like, go to hit my vape and it's not there. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had it on a lanyard around my neck for some smart reason, and I thought I lost it for good, and I just bought this shit. And then Joe's like, nah, I got you, bro. And we go walking back in 2 minutes. He's like, here you go. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't remember.
Because
I
you're
had
like,
some like drunk dead eye shit. Going
well,
on,
you're
and
like,
I was
well,
like,
I
I can sense it.
well, because the reasoning made sense. You're like, I didn't see it fall off like any time before, and then it was like it fell off within like the last 5 minutes of us running around. So I mean, it made sense and probably wasn't going to be lost. But I don't know. It's just kind of fun.
I want to get a dirt bike.
I mean, how much do they cost? Like a good one, a mediocre, decent one for us that not a pro dirt biker, like 600, $700.
Or we could get like a Crown Vic for $600. That's all.
Fuck it
And
up.
just take your car that doesn't work and just take the plates off and go joyriding.
Low key could.
Yeah, get on some running shoes. So if we get pulled over, we just again just did T100 form. Just like
chug,
yeah,
chug a
just
fucking
chug, like Bluto in Animal House, just chug like a thing of Jack Daniels real quick and sprint.
right in front of him, be like, ah,
Yeah.
my house, sir.
You see a helicopter. We're just like we see him. We're like fucking the vampires in the Twilight. We're just like.
The fucking spotlight gets on us. We look up. We just like
Yeah.
jump at the fucking
Our
helicopter.
eyes are glistening. Not because we're vampires. We're drunk.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Anyway, so I don't know how much they cost. Some kid at work, this dude, he's a cool guy. He wanted to get one. It's like $1,500, and he asked me, he's like, "Dude, can you help me buy it, and I'll like let you keep it?" And I'm like, "No."
Custody.
Yeah, I was like, "What? what kind of Will? Let's see if we could get Will on and convince him through good old peer pressure to get a dirt bike then and there. We could have it delivered to his house.
Yeah.
Yeah."
Get in and just order it on the podcast.
Yeah, and I'll be like, dude, I'll chip in $5 of that 1500. So technically, you only have to pay 14.95, dude.
Turn to me, ask me to fucking chip in $5.
Yeah,
got you.
you're like, I got you on 3.
72. Pulls out 72 cents. Gives him the coin jar.
Yeah, just throws the coin jar at him, and then, anyway, he buys it and he just gives it to us. That would be great. Thank you guys for like the motivation behind buying it. You know what? I think I'm just gonna give this to you, and I'm just gonna grind harder for a better one. Anyway, do you want to like ride it sometime? No,
Never.
never.
The principle of it.
I don't know if any of them made any sense. That's so sad. Anyway, we'll have you on the podcast. You can explain yourself then.
We'll give you a
Well,
chance.
actually, wait. No, the whole point of having him, he is not supposed to know this.
Oh, shit.
We gotta somehow convince him not only to buy the dirt bike, but then to
give it
to
to
us.
us. I think it will work.
Yeah, I'll just be like, hey, mine.
Hey, Will, give me. I'll throw in a fucking Nutri-Grain bar.
Yeah, they're all of which are great value. They're not even.
They're all Walmart branded.
He's like, hey, if you give me a tank of gas, I'll give you another granola bar. Fill it up, you. Oh yeah, and by the way, can you bring it over here?
Hey, buddy, I'll give you my Walmart skateboard and a monster. I got you.
I want him to listen to this right before he comes on. That's gonna be the first reaction I want. You're like, you motherfuckers, dude. How dare you, bro? That's not cool. I'm not even letting you ride it now.
You jacked his fucking bike that one time. You just went.
Hey, that's not true. I went around the block and I brought it back peacefully. Okay.
This man, we're at a park and we're at like this.
This was the first time we hung out, by the way, and this was the beginning of it. So like by the end of the day, he knew. Plus, I've worked with him so many more times that like he knows I'm not like.
Yeah, no, and I was there with him, so it's like we're all skateboarding. He brought his bike, and then we brought our skateboards. And you're like, can I try that? And I tried first, and I just went around in circles, right? Around this like super stupid cul-de-sac that we were in. And you're like, hey, can I try it? And this man just takes off, goes down to like it's probably a mile to the entrance, like of the driveway or the parking. What would it be called? The drive or the parking lot. And it's a long, windy road. And then all I see, I think he's just going down to like the porta potty, like halfway down this road. I see him go around like 3 different winds. He slows down by the tennis courts to say hi to the girls. And then I see him like way off in the distance turn around. He doesn't come back though. He's just still riding around. And he comes back and goes, that's a nice ride, bro.
Hey man, you gotta test it out on high speeds and low speeds, you know?
Gotta really get the full experience.
Yeah.
I bet just imagine doing that with a fucking like a test drive of a car.
You do, except I'm not gonna be like, hey dude, jump on the handlebars. Like
It's just
hey bro, hey, hop on. You know? That thing got pegs, bro.
on the rims of the car.
Hey man, I want the experience of like driving alone to work. Okay, can you go stand on the trunk?
I'll let you hold on to the seatbelt. Yeah. I don't know how you're gonna get buckled in.
Dude, hey, bro, my Hyundai's got pegs. Don't worry. Seats 5, but on a sunny day, 8.
Just hold on tight.
Wait, I think that math was 9.
You install like the handles on the outside.
I lost
of the
a peg. Rip Jimmy.
He was a big boy. I got a little too close to the meaty. He's not too good back there though.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh shit.
This is not, dude, for the psychological evaluation that the tapes, when they find the lost archives after we get abducted by whatever the fuck put us here, they're gonna be like, listen, man. Listen, we watched a video of a catatonic schizophrenic in the it was 1961, right before this podcast, and it freaked me out. It's weird because it's like, you know, when you do something like shrooms or something, which is you just say dumb things, or you're like, do you see what I'm seeing? Like, so because other people might not be seeing the same kind of pattern or whatever you're seeing, whatever, or not even pattern, but just feeling or whatever. And it's like, well, everybody just is like, oh, well, you're on these shrooms, and this idea has been proposed, but it's kind of interesting to think like, what if they see more or something, or like everybody's had that feeling where they overthink. Now, see, here's the thing: I don't know anything about schizophrenia. But it's like, I wish I can try to understand. Like, you know, when you try and understand or put yourself in other people's shoes, like, it's like you'll never understand. But it's like when you have overthinking or you just have these, like, you're conscious in your head. I wonder if it's kind of like that to the max. You know what I mean? Where
it's
they
like
just
turn full volume.
Yeah, where they're just like, damn,
And
there's just so many possibilities and stuff. I don't know if that's what it even means, but this guy was catatonic schizophrenic.
So in catatonic,
it's like limited movement and stuff. So he's just kind of sitting there. But what I noticed that was kind of interesting, and what I wish I did more, not necessarily for the length though, is that whoever's interviewing, whether it's the reporter or the psychologist, I don't know why, but he's asking him questions. Like the dude was answering
very
well, and the dude's like talking to him like, why do you think
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, "Why do you just go at the normal pace?" But the dude took the catatonic schizophrenic guy, I don't know what they said his name was. He would answer so thoughtfully, like, he would think for, like, a good 2 Mississippi seconds and then be
Uh-huh.
like, "I can't answer that." He sounded like Hal from, like, the
Yep.
2001 Space
Yep.
Odyssey. "Open the pod bay door, Hal."
I
"I
can't
can't
do
do that."
that. Yeah.
It sounded like he just sounded like a
Well,
monotone voice. It was kinda like, I don't know. I don't know why it's shit like that strikes me as cool. I like the unpredictability because he's so, like, collected, and you could see him smiling at times when the
because he was thinking about every question.
yeah, because the reporter would ask him some kinda, like, sly questions, and I feel like he knew, and you could see him kinda smiling.
Well, and then you heard him how, like, he answered to that. He was like, because one of the questions where he said that he'd be playing the piano and people didn't like him because of the way that he sat at the piano or how he stood near the piano,
Uh-huh.
and then the interviewer was like, "Well, how did you stand by the piano?" And he's like, "I can't really paint a picture right now of that."
Maybe we're reading into it like wrong with the body language, but I see it seems like he knows or he
Yeah.
doesn't, or that's just see again, we don't know anything about schizophrenia, so maybe smile every 20 to 30 seconds,
Yeah.
or when you have an open-ended question. But the dude just seemed cool, like
Interesting.
level-headed. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
freakier.
creepy. Like, you're creeped out
So
by it.
just kind of how he handled himself was savage. The YouTube, one of the YouTube recommended that's always it's probably got like
Well, the one
90
that's always recommended
gozillion
is
views.
the LSD experiment one.
You could watch like a comedy or something. I can't remember if I was talking about this though, but have you saw Cop Out, right? We watched that with Tracy Morgan and
Yeah.
who's the
What is his name?
dude? Why am I blanking? Bruce Willis.
Oh,
Jeez, I
yeah,
was about
yeah,
to be
yeah.
like Die Hard, bro. I was watching that movie. I wonder how many. The thing he does right at the beginning, Tracy Morgan. It was like, just let me be bad cop. I'm gonna be bad cop. And Bruce Willis is like, you don't know what you're doing. Like you just recreate movie scenes. He's like, no, I don't. I'll get him to talk. So he goes in there, and Bruce Willis is watching him from behind that glass. That's like the one-way glass or whatever they call
Yeah.
it, the mirror glass. And this dude's getting interrogated by Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan's like freaking out, quoting every line. And Bruce Willis is behind the glass, and he's saying the movie to every line. Tracy Morgan would be like, "Say hello to my little friend" or something, and Bruce Willis is like Scarface. And then he goes, "Yippee ki yay!" And Bruce Willis, I don't know that one, or I've never seen that movie. So it's like I wonder how many. I don't think that's original to that movie. I think that's from something else. But I wonder how many times they've kind of indirectly. That's not breaking the fourth wall. That's like puncturing it.
Yeah, because, well, that would mean that that universe that they were in is our universe. That's all that that means.
Yeah, well, that means that somebody else had because if in their universe it's still a movie, that means that Die Hard was cast without Bruce Willis.
Well, people love doing that, especially with, like, superheroes and stuff, just because it kinda, like, the fantasy realism, or I guess it kinda is fantasy realism aspect of it is kinda it intrigues a lot of people, so they love figuring out, "Oh, wait, this dude from this comic is actually in the Avengers timeline," or whatever. They love figuring that stuff out.
I watched the standalones, like I
Iron
watched
Mans.
Iron Man. Yeah, I watched Batman: The Dark Knight trilogy. I watched the Iron Mans. I watched like the to me, Tobey Maguire is always gonna be Spider Guy.
Yeah, yeah,
So I watched Spider Guy, or what did they call him? Spider Boy. It's like a Spider Man
yeah,
when he's in the
Spider-Boy.
cage in the first one. Anyway, I've watched the standalone movies of like the superheroes as we know them, but I've never, when they started putting them together, I've never watched. And also, like the Hulk is always just the Ed Norton movies to me.
Yeah, yeah, I guess
You know
so.
why? Because dude, in one of them, I think he's in it. Hickson Gracie's like showing him
Mhm.
how to breathe to avoid
I think
getting
I remember
angry.
watching that
Yeah,
scene very vividly for some reason. After you said that to me the first time, I was like, "Oh, I kinda do remember him doing the stretching, you watch
yeah.
his back muscles and shit." Yeah.
But I
That
never see them when they put them all together. For some reason, I just that was, like, past the time that it would come on because like I said, I got like, my household, we got rid of TV, we just had streaming, and once we had streaming, I wasn't paying attention to movies,
yeah.
I was diving into shows, you know how it goes?
Yeah. I mean, with the Avengers, I never like because with like Iron Man and Spider with the standalones, I know like the lore behind it and like kind of like the story behind it. But then when it gets to the Avengers, it gets like milky or murky for me, milky.
But they don't present it in a cool way. Like Batman was a dork at first, low key. With the I know Adam West, but it's dorky. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Superman was. You could see why with the Batman and Superman kids like Superman was the G until Batman started beating the shit out of people, and then everybody was like, yes.
Bro, you heard because it was Ben Affleck for like 1.5 movies, and then not then it was, well, it went fucking what's his face? Dark Knight, Christian Bale, and then there was Ben Affleck, and then now it's gonna be Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I don't know, why
I
not?
can I can kinda see him, but if he bulks up, I don't know how much I've never seen him bulk up, like, with Christian Bale, you saw his, like, extreme transformations from, like, The Machinist.
The VFX artist can take
Yeah,
care of that, it doesn't matter. I couldn't be Batman. Never
I
mind.
could.
Peace.
Deuces.